I'm Raven Raynefall, your Celtic Norse Pagan guide spinning tales from the mists of Yggdrasil. Today, we plunge into a stormy saga rocking the gaming world, a clash of censorship threatening creative freedom. At the heart of this firestorm is the Australian feminist group Collective Shout, but they don't stand alone. Brandishing influence like Mjölnir strike, they've enlisted corporate giants MasterCard, Visa, Discover, Japan Credit Bureau, PaySafe Limited and PayPal to target platforms like Steam and Yggdrasil. Their campaign has yanked hundreds of games from digital halls, sparking outrage. As a skald guided by Odin's wisdom and the Morrigan's fire, I'm here to expose why censorship strangles art and expression, and why we must rise against this corporate control. So grab your runes, join my clan, and let's dive into why this matters to gamers, creators, and free spirits alike. Melinda Tancred-Riest, a self-described pro-life feminist, founded Collective Shout in 2009, an Australian advocacy group campaigning against sexploitation, including pornography and objectify media. Their recent actions have sparked controversy, igniting debates that have reached even Japanese politicians. On X, she harshly criticized us gamers, calling us porn-sick, brain-rotted pedophile gamer fetishists. This isn't merely about adult games or niche genres, it's about who wields the power to control the sagas we share and consume. The precedent set by Collective Shout's campaign is a blade poised at the throat of creativity. Today's purge of niche titles on Steam and itch.io could tomorrow ensnare mainstream sagas like The Witcher, with its raw exploration of love, betrayal, and moral ambiguity.
I thought you'd become a stranger to me, that I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Jin might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Oh, what was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. But it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
Maybe we ought to test a few other things. Amos's cabin looked cozy.
Not so fast, Geralt. We'll have plenty of time to visit cozy cabins later. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while.
God of War, with its visceral violence and paternal redemption.
Kratos, it was I who saved you in your time of greatest need.
I haven't forgotten, Ares. I remember how you saved me.
That night, I was trying to make you a great warrior.
You succeeded.
Kratos had done me impossible. A mortal defeating a god. Ares was no more. The city had been saved and would thrive again. The same could not be said for Kratos, for as he sought to rebuild his soul with the help of the gods, the truth was revealed to him.
Athena, rid me of the memories that haunt me still.
You have done well, Kratos. Though we mourn the death of our brother, the gods are indebted to you. We promised your sins would be forgiven, and so they are. But we never promised to take away your nightmares. No man, no god could ever forget the terrible deeds you have done.
In the end, knowing the visions of his past would never leave him, Kratos made his way to the bluffs overlooking the Aegean Sea.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness.
Or Grand Theft Auto 5, with its unapologetic dive into crime, satire, and societal critique.
You, Michael.
Ah, but you won't. Here, darling. Why don't you go get yourself something nice, okay?
Thank you. This is $7.
I said something nice, not expensive.
Don't touch me!
Oh, you don't have to call to tell me that.
Hello? Take another look!
Reality whore, polygamous with 9 babies. I really don't give a shit.
Exactly, man.
My brother from another mother. I mean, I hope so, because my mom was kind of a skank back in the day.
My yoga is fucked!
Oh, is that what they're calling it now? You and your fucking yoga!
Did someone say yoga?
Oh, hello, Fabian, darling.
Namaste.
Namaste.
You must be Mikhail. Namaste.
Nah, go fuck yourself.
Michael!
I mean, do you have any idea how much money I spent on losing my regional accent? I had to cut all ties with my family. Not because I didn't love them, but because the thought of their lame lives was bringing me down spiritually. You know what I mean? You would really not believe how difficult it is being a celebrity sometimes.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, it must be so tough. Like, I can't even imagine.
You know, you're a real asshole.
What did you just fucking say to me?
Stop it! You two, you're ruining my fucking yoga!
Somebody say yoga?
Scooter Brothers! Scooter Brother! Oh, slow down, Scooter Brother!
Grand Theft Auto 5 has already faced collective shouts wrath, pulled from Australian stores like Target in 2015 for allegedly glorifying violence against women, despite its broader narrative exposing the underbelly of culture.
You shouldn't mess around with my stuff. It makes me nervous.
I'm sorry, Todd.
You just stay the fuck out of my business. Unless you want to piss me off. You want to piss me off?
No, Todd. Todd? Dinner is ready.
Yeah, I'm coming.
There wasn't much in the kitchen. I did what I could.
Life's funny. I lost my job because of androids. And when I need somebody to take care of this goddamn house, what do? I go out and hire a fucking android. What are you joking? Of course, androids are so fucking wonderful. They never fail. They're never tired. Never sad. They're so fucking perfect. They ruined my fucking life. What are you looking at? What's your fucking problem? Not the life you dreamed of, eh? Maybe you think this is easy. Maybe you think it's my fault we live in this fucking shithole. My fault your fucking mother took off. You should stop taking drugs, Todd. Sometimes you really scare me, Todd. Fucking bitch took off without a word. Fucking whore walked out on me for a fucking accounting! It's all your fault.
Daddy, no!
It's all your fucking fault! Here. Come back here. Come back here right now! Yes! You stay there. Don't you dare fucking move, or I'll bust you worse than last time.
Leave her alone.
What the fuck are you doing? Put down the gun and get the fuck out of here. That's an order!
No! I want you to leave her alone.
You want? What do you mean you want? What are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? Is that it? Are you gonna shoot a human? You seem to have a problem. I think we need to fix that.
Watch out, Kara!
Come here, bitch.
Stop that! Don't hurt her!
I apologize for the lengthy clip, but I promise it's relevant to my point. In games like Detroit Become Human, the unflinching portrayal of child abuse, though harrowing, serves a vital purpose. By confronting players with the stark reality of such trauma, these narratives foster empathy and awareness, illuminating the pain of real-world victims. This scene was painfully close to what I experienced after my mother left my father. Just replace the red ice with alcohol. The chaos, fear, and helplessness depicted in the game mirrored the nights when alcohol fueled my father's rage, leaving me to navigate a home that felt like a battlefield. The game condemns abuse unequivocally, using its interactive nature to make players feel the weight of their choices, whether protecting the vulnerable or failing to act. This emotional immersion not only evokes a visceral understanding of a child's vulnerability, but also highlights the long-lasting scars such experiences leave behind. For me, playing through these scenes was cathartic, forcing me to confront memories I'd buried while giving me a sense of agency I lacked in reality. By placing players in the role of protector or bystander, the game underscores the moral imperative to intervene, encouraging players to recognize signs of abuse and support victims in real life. This storytelling approach transforms entertainment into a call to action, urging society to break the cycle of abuse and offer hope to those still suffering. Yet, hypocritically, groups like Collective Shout have criticized such games for their raw depictions, while turning a blind eye to media like Cuties, which risks normalizing exploitation under the guise of art. Games like Ancient Myths craft epic sagas of existence, blending light and shadow, love and war, redemption and taboo. They're sagas where heroes clash, gods meddle, and mortals wrestle with their flaws. Each story pulses with primal stakes, quests for glory, battles against fate, or descents into forbidden realms. Players become the protagonists, navigating moral ambiguities, forging alliances, or betraying trusts in worlds where every choice ripples through the cosmos, echoing the timeless struggles of humanity's oldest tales. In Celtic and Norse traditions, Odin and Morrigan embrace the gritty, urging us to face reality fully to grow and claim autonomy. Censorship stifles this ethos, silencing stories before they can breathe. Morrigan, goddess of war and transformation, thrives where light and dark meet, while Odin sacrifices for wisdom, both rejecting sanitization to weave enduring tales. When payment processors or groups like Collective Shout enforce vague, brand protection policies under the guise of protecting the children, they act as unelected gatekeepers, stifling the storyteller's voice, whether it's a skald weaving tales by the fire beneath Yggdrasil's branches, or a developer crafting a digital epic in a realm of code and pixels. They're not merely curbing content, they're dictating which sagas can be shared, flattening the human experience into something bland and inoffensive. Grand Theft Auto V, despite its controversy, is a saga, a mirror exposing society's darker corners. Censoring it denies its power to spark reflection, debate, or catharsis, akin to burning the Eddas for their violence or silencing the Tain Bo Kalange for its ferocity. If you're curious about Collective Shout and how Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and others fuel censorship, follow Savvy on X and YouTube. She's exposing these issues, holding power to account, and sparking vital discussions with deep insights. Also, check out these YouTubers fighting censorship. Links will be down below. This part of my tale isn't about chasing attention or seeking sympathy. It's about unveiling the peril of silencing voices and the shadows that loom if we let the sagas fade. Censorship doesn't merely mute words, it strangles the soul of humanity's sagas, severing the threads that bind us to truth, struggle, and transformation. It was October 20th, 1994, just 11 days before Halloween. I was 7, and my little sister Kayla, who was 4, was thrilled for Halloween, planning to dress as black cats. Our 14-year-old brother Jeremy, a sports enthusiast who loved the Oakland Raiders and idolized Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, was torn between dressing as Ozzy Osbourne or John Lennon. He spent hours trading sports cards and pogs with friends and cousins. That night, around 10 p.m., I was asleep when a loud knock at the door woke me. Seconds later, I heard something I'll never forget. My mother's scream, raw and shattering. It felt like the air was sucked out of the house. Before I knew it, I was in the back of a police car, racing to the hospital, my heart pounding with confusion and fear. Jeremy had been walking home from Walmart, where he'd gone to buy a new pack of basketball and football cards. He was with his female friend, who had a crush on him. My brother, though, wasn't allowed to date until he was 16, and he didn't care much about romance anyway. He was more into basketball, baseball, football cards, and pogs. As they crossed a road near our house, she asked him if he liked the cards or her more. He bluntly answered, the cards. His friend, maybe joking or upset, tossed his cards into the street. Desperate to save his prized collection, he ran into the street and bent down to pick them up. In that moment, a truck struck him. Later, we found out the driver was drunk. That night left a scar on my family that's never faded. I'm sharing this because it taught me the power of truth. The truth about Jeremy's death. How a drunk driver and a split-second decision took him from us had to be told. Imagine if that truth was buried, if someone decided it was too inconvenient or messy to share. That's what censorship does. It hides stories, silences voices, and erases realities we need to face. 5 years after Jeremy's death, I was still carrying that weight. I'd been a cheerleader, full of energy and spirit, but after he was gone, I quit. There was no joy left in it for me. His loss was too heavy. I felt lost, like I'd never find a way to process the grief. Then, in 1999, when I was 12, the Scholastic Book Fair came to my school. That's when I found a book that became a lifeline, Searching for David's Heart by Sherry Bennett. This young adult novel hit me hard. It follows Dorsey, a also 12-year-old girl who feels responsible for her brother David's death in a car accident. Overcome with guilt, she learns his heart was donated for a transplant and sets out to find the recipient, hoping for closure. The story takes her from Wisconsin to Miami, facing challenges like getting stranded at a carnival. But it's really about her journey through grief, guilt, and healing. It spoke to me because, like Darcy, I was wrestling with losing my brother and trying to find peace. The book was adapted into a TV movie in 2004, aired on ABC Family, with Danielle Panabaker as Darcy. It won awards for its heartfelt storytelling, and for me, it was a reminder that stories can help us heal by showing us we're not alone. Like David in the book and the movie, my brother also donated his heart, his eyes, and several other organs. His selfless act gave others a chance at life, a legacy of love that continues to ripple through the lives he touched. If this novel had been censored or banned, I might never have found the comfort it gave me during my darkest moments, when its words felt like a lifeline to hope. If my voice or yours gets silenced, our saga, our truths, our struggles, our triumphs disappears into the void. Censorship doesn't just block words. It suffocates healing, severs connection, and erases understanding. It dims the light that stories, in all their forms, bring to our lives. That's why I'm so passionate about this. Sagas matter, whether they're woven into books, flickered across movie screens, or shared in videos like this one. Censorship threatens them all, even the ones I don't like, because every story deserves a chance to be heard, to resonate, to inspire. When we let voices be stifled, we lose pieces of ourselves and the shared humanity that binds us. This clip I'm about to show you is from my favorite show in all the realms, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and a single scene that hit me harder than almost anything else. It's a scene that mirrored my own grief, and it's a reminder of why we can't let censorship silence raw, honest stories like this one. Buffy the Vampire Slayer isn't just a show about slaying vampires. It's a cultural phenomenon that blends horror, heart, and real human struggles.
Mom? What are you doing? Mom? Mom? Mommy? Mom, 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 Mom! Hello? It's my mom. She's not breathing.
Is she conscious?
No, I can't. She's not breathing.
Okay, I need you to give me your address.
What?
I'm gonna send an ambulance over.
1630 Ravello. It's a house, Ravello, near Hadley.
I'm sending a unit right away. Are you alone in the house?
Yes.
And did you see what happened? Did she fall?
No. I came home and well, what should I do?
Do you know how to administer CPR?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, it's very simple. You want to tilt your mother's head back. Cover her mouth with yours and breathe into her mouth. Through ventilation.
I know this.
Then follow.
I know this. Come on. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh God! Are you there? I broke something.
Hello?
It cracked.
Is she breathing?
No.
Paramedics should be there in a moment. You might have cracked a rib. It's not important.
She's cold.
The body is cold?
No, my mom. Should I make her warm?
No, if she's not responding to the CPR, best thing is to wait for the paramedics, okay?
When will they be here?
They're very nearby. You just stay calm.
Buffy, what is it? Is it Glory?
I'm waiting. The coroner's coming.
What?
I have to tell Dawn. She's at school. I'll go there.
I'm not sure.
No, don't. No, it's too late.
Joyce?
They're coming for her. No,
Joyce!
we're not supposed to move the body.
This is one of my favorite episodes. Season 5, Episode 16, called The Body, is widely praised as one of the greatest in TV history. It's raw, devastating, and unflinchingly real. The episode centers on Buffy finding her mother, Joyce, dead from a brain aneurysm, a moment that's heartbreaking in its quiet realism. But the scene that hit me hardest isn't Buffy's discovery. It's a moment with Anya, a former demon turned human who struggles to understand mortality.
Are they gonna cut the body open?
Oh my God. Would you just stop talking? Just shut your mouth. Please.
What am I doing?
How can you act like that?
Am I supposed to be changing my clothes a lot? I mean, is that the helpful thing to do?
Guys.
The way you behave.
Well, nobody will tell me.
Because it's not okay for you to be asking these things. But I don't understand. I don't understand how this all happens. how we go through this. I mean, I knew her, and then there's just a body. And I don't understand why she just can't get back in it and not be dead anymore. It's stupid. It's mortal and stupid. And Xander's crying and not talking, and I was having fruit punch, and I thought, well, Joyce will never have any more fruit punch, ever, and she'll never have eggs, or yawn, or brush her hair, not ever, and no one will explain to me why. We don't know how it works. Why?
When I first met Anya in Season 3, I found her bluntness and quirks kind of annoying. But in the body, she delivers a speech that broke me. Anya, played by Emma Caulfield, is grappling with Joyce's death and asks questions like, what's going to happen to her body? Why can't I understand this? She's frustrated, confused, and desperate for answers, saying she doesn't get why people just stop existing. That scene wrecked me because it was exactly how I felt when my brother died. I was 7, and I couldn't believe he was gone. Like Anya, I wanted to see his body, to prove to myself it was real. I kept asking questions. Where is he? Why can't he come back? Because my mind couldn't process the loss. Watching Anya, I saw my own confusion and pain reflected back. That moment in Buffy gave me permission to feel those messy emotions, and it showed me the power of stories to capture what's real, even when it hurts. I thought losing Jeremy would be the hardest thing I'd ever face, but I was wrong because silencing those feelings, or the sagas that help us process them, can hurt just as much. That's where censorship comes in. Shows like Buffy, with their raw, honest takes on love, grief, friendship, and human struggle, can be targeted. In the 2000s, Buffy faced pushback for its depictions of violence, sexuality, and even its feminist themes. Some schools and networks tried to limit its reach, calling it too controversial. Imagine if a show like this, or a scene like Enya's, was censored or banned. It would have robbed me of a moment that helped me. Censorship doesn't just hide words or images. It steals the sagas that help us heal, connect, and understand our pain. It's a threat to the truth we find in art. We need sagas like Buffy to stay alive, to keep speaking to us. Censorship puts that at risk, and I'm not done talking about it. Sagas don't just heal, they fight. Some of my favorite revenge films are The Brave One, Death Sentence, Law-Abiding Citizen, The Punisher, and Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 burn with raw justice. These tales of vengeance aren't for everyone, but they speak to the fire in us when the world fails. Like games, they push boundaries, and that makes them targets. If you thought my last story was heavy, this one's just as raw. Sharing it isn't easy, but it's why I'm fighting censorship. Sagas like mine are often silenced, and that's a wound we can't ignore. Growing up, my home wasn't a safe place. My parents' marriage was a battleground. My father, an alcoholic, was abusive, and both he and my mother hurt each other in ways no kid should witness. When their fights erupted, I'd grab my little sister, Kayla, and put on a Disney movie to drown out the chaos. My mother would take us and leave, but she always went back to him. For a few years, even when my brother was alive, my grandparents raised us. They were my rock. They even paid for Jeremy's funeral, casket, and headstone when he died. Without them, I don't know how we'd have survived. When I was 13, in 8th grade, my mother finally left for good. She was moving 3 hours away with my sister and gave me a choice: go with them or stay with my father. I chose to stay. My friends, my school, and Jeremy's grave were all I had left of home. I couldn't leave him behind. But staying was a mistake. My father unraveled. His drinking got worse, and he started hitting the bar every night. When he got laid off, it spiraled. He'd get furious about spending money on necessities like food, yelling that it cut into his beer money. Sometimes, he'd storm off and leave me stranded at diners or stores. There were a couple times I had to walk home, but other times this family that lived right across the street from me found me and always brought me home. One day after school, I went to my friend's house. She was 14, a year older, and wanted to visit her boyfriend, who lived nearby. When we got there, I noticed he looked older. Turns out, he was 18, a senior in high school. We started watching TV, but soon they left the room. I knew what was happening, and I felt out of place. I was 13, hadn't even had my first kiss, and had bigger worries, like surviving at home. When they came back, it was dark, and my friend had to rush home to avoid being grounded. She told me to call my father from her boyfriend's place and wait there. I had a gut feeling something was wrong, but I didn't listen. He said I could use the phone in his room, one of those old corded phones. Then everything changed. He pulled out a butterfly knife and told me to get on the top bunk of his bunk bed. I was paralyzed with fear, my heart racing. He was older, stronger, and I felt helpless. I wished for my brother, for anyone, to save me. What happened next is a blur of terror and pain. I got on the top bunk as he instructed. That's when he took out a used condom from his trash and washed it in his bathroom. So he used the same condom that my best friend and him used. I remember his hand over my mouth, the overwhelming fear, and the sound of my own breathing, and how loud my pants sounded. I was wearing a navy blue athletic pants with 2 white stripes on each side, and they sounded like plastic. I don't know how I escaped, whether I broke free or he let me go, but I ran. I ran to my friend's house, my mind spinning. I couldn't bring myself to tell her what happened. Instead, I lied, saying my father didn't pick up and I was stranded. That night, I slept outside her window on a flattened cardboard box, too scared and ashamed to go home. The next morning, I went to school with her, carrying this secret, feeling broken but trying to hold it together. I never told anyone until I was 16. A couple months later, my life unraveled further. My father's neglect worsened. He'd disappear for days, then weeks, staying with different women, refusing to take me to school. Most times, he left me with nothing to eat, the house cold and empty. I had to drop out of school, my education slipping away. But that family across the street, the ones who'd driven me home before, truly saved my life. They took me in, fed me, and gave me a safe place to stay. They treated me like family, and I'll be forever grateful. I'm still friends with them to this day, and their kindness gave me hope when I had none. The I Spit on Your Grave franchise, comprising the 1978 original, the 2010 remake, and its sequels I Spit on Your Grave 2, 3, and 4, totals 5 films. Other notable horror rape revenge films include The Last House on the Left 1972 and its 2009 remake, Straw Dogs 1971 and its 2011 remake. These films, rooted in horror and exploitation genres, portray graphic violence and themes of retribution, centering on survivors seeking justice. As unusual as it may sound, these films provided me with a sense of empowerment and catharsis, helping me process my own experience of sexual assault by depicting survivors reclaiming their strength and agency. In contrast, here are some Lifetime true crime movies that address rape but focus on drama and emotional storytelling rather than horror. No One Would Tell 1996, which depicts a teenager's struggle in an abusive relationship. She Cried No, 1996, exploring the aftermath of a college freshman's rape. These films emphasize real-life inspired narratives, legal struggles, and themes of resilience and recovery, avoiding the horror elements of the first category. Believe it or not, these movies have been deeply meaningful to me, helping me process complex emotions, gain insight into survivor experiences, and reflect on themes of justice, empowerment, and healing. They've provided a powerful way to engage with challenging topics through compelling, narrative-driven storytelling. Sharing this isn't easy, but it's why I'm making this video. Stories like mine, about abuse, neglect, and survival, are often silenced. Censorship lets predators hide, lets systems fail, and keeps victims in the dark. If we censor these stories, we erase the truth, prevent healing, and let harm continue. My voice and yours matter. We need to speak, even when it's hard. As a 38-year-old woman, gamer, teen mother at 18 and 19, and fiercely protective parent. I reject any government interference in how I raise my daughters, now 18 and 19. Despite personal challenges, including numerous surgeries, raising my girls as a young mom, and navigating my pagan beliefs alongside my husband's Christian Republican values, I've raised them with clear boundaries and active involvement. They didn't get cell phones, Facebook, or YouTube channels until 18. Before that, they watched videos on my account, letting me monitor content to align with our family's values. My approach wasn't about shielding them. It was about guiding them responsibly while fostering independence. When their schools overstepped, I acted. My youngest, who's attracted to girls, was labeled transgender by her school, with her name, gender, and pronouns changed without my consent. My oldest, who has Asperger's, faced teachers prying into her sexual preferences, an outrageous violation of her privacy. Furious, I pulled both daughters out and now homeschool them to ensure their education respects them and our values. I didn't rely on external systems to parent. For my birthday today, I want no censorship. As an adult, I'm fed up with being told what I can buy with my own damn money. Ratings like ESRB and PEGI exist to guide parents, not to let corporations or bureaucrats gatekeep. Sagas, whether in games, books, or shows, are vital. Detroit Become Human's portrayal of child abuse hit close to home, mirroring my own experiences with an alcoholic father. It was cathartic, giving me agency I lacked as a kid. Buffy the Vampire Slayer's raw grief in the body helped me process my brother's death. Searching for David's heart gave me hope when I was 12, grappling with guilt over his loss. Even revenge films like I Spit on Your Grave empowered me as a survivor of assault, reclaiming strength. Censorship doesn't protect kids. It stifles healing, silences truths, and erases sagas that connect us. When Collective Shout criticizes games, but ignores media like Cuties, which risks normalizing exploitation, it's hypocritical. Parents, step up. Set boundaries, monitor your kids' content, and take responsibility. Don't outsource parenting to schools or tech companies with agendas. As a teen mom, I learned early, you parent through the hard stuff, no excuses. And adults? We deserve the freedom to choose our games, no restrictions as long as it's not illegal. If I banned every moment that scarred me, I'd erase the truths that shaped me, healed me, and fuel my fight for freedom in storytelling. In 2009, on Mother's Day, an ectopic pregnancy stole one ovary, a fallopian tube, and a baby at 2 months. Doctors warned I might never have more children, and since that loss, I haven't celebrated Mother's Day. It's the day I lost him or her. My husband and I tried for 11 years to have another child, but it never happened. In November 2024, after 6 weeks of relentless bleeding from menorrhagia, I landed in the ER. On January 24, 2025, my 18th surgery took my uterus, leaving just one ovary. Last year, I quit smoking, a personal victory after years of struggle, but I'm not demanding others stop smoking. That's their choice, just as my battles are mine. I don't resent women who can get pregnant or other mothers. I'm grateful they've been spared my pain. Their joy doesn't dim mine. It reminds me why I fight for sagas that reflect every shade of life. Censoring stories like mine, whether in games, books, or shows, doesn't erase pain. It buries truth. It hides the drunk driver's recklessness, the survivor's resilience, the grief of miscarriage, or the strength to carry on. Sagas like Buffy the Vampire Slayer gave me space to grieve my brother. I Spit on Your Grave let me reclaim power as a rape survivor. If groups like Collective Shout or corporations like Visa and PayPal silence these sagas, we lose the chance to heal, connect, and grow. We need sagas that embrace the dark. They're the ones that light our path forward. Join me in this fight. Share your sagas in the comments. How have games, books, or shows helped you heal? Support creators fighting for creative freedom. Demand platforms like Steam stand firm. Let's keep our sagas alive, our voices loud, and our games free.
Hey, Jessica, your man James wanted me to reach out and wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, love. I'm glad you were born. You know, I think I know something about you, Jessica. You are smart, and you're funny, and you don't take yourself too seriously, and you're kind. And the reason I know that's true is because I have never met a Buffy fan that was any different. Like, I've met Buffy fans all over the world. Like, I consider myself to be the world's foremost expert on Buffy fans because I don't think anyone's met more Buffy fans than me. So, in my humble opinion, we're all like that. I love Buffy people. They're my favorite people. And I'm a Buffy fan too, man. I'm a fan of the writing, which I didn't do, and which I think everybody knows is the main reason that Buffy's an awesome show. So I don't feel like I'm bragging, but I am a fan. And I always relax when I'm around fans, feel like I'm talking to my own people. So I know if we ever meet each other, we're going to have a great conversation. I thought I'd have Spike wish you a happy birthday too, so here he is. Hey, Jessica, this is Spike. Happy birthday, love. I understand that you Happy Meals enjoy a bit of a ditty sung to you on your birthday. So, I'm gonna give it a go. Here we are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jessica. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Happy birthday, love.